Chuck has an idea.
I'm going to fix computers in my garage and sell them for low prices.
Chuck, in Milwaukee, starting a business in your home means you can't work in your garage, can't have any employees, can't have any signs, and can't take deliveries.
What?
Unless you come up with the money for a commercial lease right away, you won't be starting your business at all.
Because government wants orderly neighborhoods, they create zoning rules that make it hard for anyone to start a business. Especially if you're poor, you have to be rich enough to hire lawyer fixers. Patrice Lee of Generation Opportunity, a group that fights for opportunity for young people, says there are lots of ways the government hurts young people, especially minorities and poor people. So beyond zoning, list some.
Hairdressers or hair braiders.
They have to get licenses to do basic, simple things.
Absolutely. In some states, if you want to be a barber, you're going to spend 1,500 hours of education just trying to learn how to cut hair. On top of that, you're going to schools that may cost you $10,000 to $20,000 just to kind of get that certification. So imagine for a poor person, and especially people from communities of color who are coming out, especially with a criminal record, that's a huge hurdle to overcome, and especially when you have other opportunities cut away from you.
Sometimes the criminal record makes it impossible to get the license.
It does.
And so many professions, interior decorators, landscape workers, makeup artists, animal trainer, teaching assistants, travel agents. I mean, thousands of dollars in fees.
We need the private sector being able to provide those jobs, and we need entrepreneurs out there removing the regulations so that they can take their ideas and passion to the marketplace.
Higher ed?
We have over $1 trillion worth of student loan debt as a young person. We're graduating with that amount, and that is because the government is subsidizing student loans. And it's a vicious cycle between
inviting you.
Free money.
It's free money.
Absolutely. Come and take free money, and then the schools know that as a parent or a student, you can get that money, so they will continue to raise their cost.
For the younger kids, you say the government helping K-12 education hurts poor people?
So we, again, throw money at K through 12 education. $600 billion, I believe, that we spend on K through 12 education, and yet our children are turning out, they're undereducated. And even when
it's more than 12,000 per student now.
Which is ridiculous, and our students are not prepared to enter into the job force. But even worse than that, when we're also, because of zero tolerance policies, we are punishing students for, small infractions, and that feeds them right into the juvenile justice system, and then feeds them into the larger criminal justice system. And as a child of color, you're more likely to be penalized more harshly than even a white student. In large part driven by the war on drugs, we have mandatory minimums that are meant to, create some sort of baseline of punishment, but in fact they trap people of color in higher punishments and sentences than they need to. And then you get out, and unfortunately you have no opportunities to be able to, provide for yourself and your family.
And yet all these government plans or punishments or programs are meant to make life more fair.
It's well intended, but just because there's good intention doesn't mean they're going to be good outcomes. And that's what we're seeing. And a lot of this is the idea of just throwing money at a problem, when in fact private solutions are the best options. So when we look at mandatory minimums, let's eliminate them together. And then let's redefine what we call criminal in this nation. If you don't know, the average American has committed 3 felonies in a given day. So that means both you and I are already felons.
No, because we're pretty active. We probably did 6 or 7.